Let's queer up politics. Trans leaders rally behind Kamala Harris in a historic event. In a historic first, around 1,000 transgender individuals joined a Zoom call on Tuesday night to support Vice President Kamala Harris's presidential campaign. The event, organized by Advocates for Trans Equality, followed the release of new data showing that 75% of transgender people eligible to vote participated in the last presidential election. This marks the first time where transgender leaders have rallied behind a presidential candidate. The virtual meeting featured prominent transgender leaders, including Delaware State Senator Sarah McBride and activist Charlotte Clymer. It also highlighted the community's resilience despite facing unprecedented legislative attacks, with more anti-trans bills introduced in state legislatures than ever before. During the call, Clymer emphasized the community's strength, saying, quote, "We have so much power. When we organize together and have each other's backs, we can do great things." While 1,000 participants joined the live call, an additional 2,600 have since streamed the event, signaling growing support for Harris from the transgender community. This event marks a significant shift, as Harris has previously faced skepticism from progressive queer voters due to her past as a prosecutor. As soon as I heard the story, I wanted to talk to somebody transgender about it, because I wasn't sure if there would really be somebody here at the table. And I think that's one of the worst things you can do to a marginalized community, is to not include them.
Or talk for them.
Yes. Yeah. Or just because I'm gay or you're lesbian, that somehow that we really understand the transgender experience. And it's not true. But a very good friend up in Palm Beach County, Raymond Stanton. Hello. You guys might know him as Ground Zero.
Ground Zero, yay!
Fantastic performer. So I sent him the story. I'm like, did you hear about this? What's the deal? And he did say, he said, I saw that. Honestly, it makes me really happy to see. I haven't been this excited about a presidential race since Obama. And it's great to see that the community shares my feelings. Now it's just making sure that we hit the polls and vote.
I love that.
Yeah.
Come on, just imagine a whole community that hasn't been talked to ever.
Beyond marginalized.
Ever. You know, I remember when Biden said transgender for the first time, we were like, oh my God! You know? I mean, again, crumbs, right? We're a marginalized community that just deals with crumbs. Oh my God, pay attention to me. You know, we deserve more. And Kamala's going to give us more. And she's gotten people that hide during elections and are saying, oh my God, she's talking to me.
Having Zoom calls.
Let's raise the money for her. Yes.
Yeah. And really the whole doing everything the other side is doing the opposite. Closing in, excluding, and the DNC and everything is just being inclusive. And this is fantastic. As you say, to see the transgender community come together and rally forth is so exciting. And it's like, EBS is crumbs, but finally, at last, something to get excited about for the community.
And I want to, not to be a Debbie Downer.
Go ahead.
I want people to really get excited, rally up, call in. And then when these politicians, all of them, I'm not just speaking about Kamala, come into office, call out. It's time to put their feet. We deal with crumbs. So in order to get the whole pie or part of the pie or the pie that we're supposed to get, it's time to call them out once they get in. And we can't let this fire die down after January 16th, because she's going in there. She's going in there. She's going in, and a lot of other politicians are going in. And instead of letting this fire die, from what I remember and what I recall, if we were sitting around this table 6 months ago, none of this fire was here. None of this energy was here. None of this was here.
The exact opposite.
The exact opposite. We were struggling.
We were drowning.
We were drowning. We were hoping for some crumbs, hoping for something, and we were extremely bitter and critical. Let's just go back 2 years when we were sitting here and every story was, we're talking about more gay laws that are anti. We were just sitting here like miserable reading these stories. Now we're here like, look at our eyes, we have the light. Yeah, girl.
Look at us. Yes, a Zoom. We hate Zoom. All of a sudden,
But that is not Debbie Downer. That is some queer wisdom that we need to incorporate.
It's like reality.
Actually,
Like,
yes.
in order for us not to go back to that zombie-like state of reading we need to call out once we get these people in, because we are doing the work. We're sitting here. We're reading the stories. We are doing the work. We're energizing the base. And so when these people get in here, it is time to
Hold their
call
feet
them
to the
out
fire.
and hold their feet to the fire.
And you know, this is why elections are so important altogether, because down ballot, because the person in power, the persons in power can't get shit done if they are dealing with a Congress that's the opposite side and a Senate that's, you know, so that's why the down ballot is so important.
What is the down ballot? For
Meaning
people who
senators
might
and
not
Congress
have-
people, representatives,
Yeah.
the down ballot, the people below.
The rest of the folks.
Yeah, the folks, right.
Yeah.
But I have to say that in the last 4 years, you know, since under President Biden, we've seen a lot of visibility in terms of leadership within in that whole LGBTQ plus spectrum.
True that.
And I'm seeing a lot of, you know, new people running as well. So this speaks so highly. And when you see that visibility in your own communities, you know, that's definitely somebody you want to lock in and vote, you know, possibly vote for. So.
Yeah. And just final note, I just love how Donald Trump is shaking in his pants right now. Like, I'm enjoying that. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what hit him.
I can't
He's
take
just
that
like,
visual. That visual just freaked me out.
Sorry about that. But you know what I mean? Like, I can say Trump without wanting to cry or wanting to vomit. You know what
You
I
can
mean?
just laugh, like
his
laugh.
discomfort makes me happy. You know what
Right.
I mean? And that's okay.
And that's
Like,
a spiritual thing. That's good.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, it is. It is. It is. I approve. I approve.